Like, did I do anything to affect you guys? And they know me. Like, anyone that plays with me, as time goes on, they know me. They know.
Know when
I
you're
know when
upset.
Cirque is upset, when he's upset with himself. I know when Tim is mad. He doesn't even have to say it. I know when he's mad. Like,
Exactly.
when you get to know a player, you're gonna just know. You're gonna feel it. You can't hide it within a team. And Will says, I know Stewie. Like, I know when he's mad. Like, today he was fine. Like, it was just fine. Like, I know when he gets mad. Like, there
What's up,
was no
Captain?
problem. I didn't affect any of my teammates, and
FPL's
it
after
couldn't
this
be
game.
accepted that it was okay. And it put me in a state of mind where I felt super self-conscious that I did something wrong when I felt like I didn't do anything wrong. So it put me in like this
All
weird.
right, I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna go out on a limb here, dude. Why do I feel like Malik and Evie are socially awkward? I could be completely wrong here, but why do I feel like that? The fact that Stewie didn't accept his friend request on Steam, and it made him feel weird about Stewie. Like they're for sure, they gotta be socially like
State where I'm very
French
conscious
people.
about
Communication is
what I'm
different.
doing
Yeah,
now.
maybe.
Because first day I didn't think there was any problems, and yeah, like I just felt a little bit of that way towards him after this 45 like unnecessary argument to end the day, and to call it in front of everybody over something that I didn't think was a big deal or something that actually happened. But
Day
I
two.
understand that it's important
Yeah, I
to
know, Ryan.
to point it out. I want him to point it out, especially when it's not okay. Like I want my teammates to point it out. I want him to point it out. It's
What's
something to
up,
work on.
Toshi?
It's not going to happen overnight. I get it. Like that was what happened the second
There's
day.
also such
And
a better way of going about it. Like he could pull Stewie aside and not start it in front of everybody, like an actual coach. Pull someone aside. Were they at LAN or are they on TeamSpeak? Or put them in a different channel and go, "Hey, bro, I got weird vibes today. I'm not sure if you were upset. Can we talk this through so we don't have this happen every day?" Like, like you don't air it out in front of the entire team and start an argument. It's cultural difference to talk shit to someone in front of everybody. Not really, dude. I know French people. I know people from all over the world, and there's like basic understanding of how to like deal with humans. That just seems to me like a character flaw.
when he talks about at the end of the RMR, the players came to us. It's been 3 months, and yes, 3 months is a very long time. The attitude develops over time. We haven't won a fucking map. But yeah, we'll skip to that. I don't. All right, all right. We chill. We chill. But yeah, this was
Out of
day
a
two.
Reddit
Like
opinion of
that's
Sue
literally
beforehand.
the
What does
very
that
first
mean? Reddit
day
opinion. What's the
that we
Reddit
met each
opinion?
other and we didn't
Like
know
they
each other,
Reddit
and
likes to, I
something
thought.
like that happened. And that for me is
Guys, don't generalize all French people though. Like, don't. I don't want to like. I understand if some of you feel a certain way, but don't fucking. I don't know if it's a TOS or whatever. Just
not a good start to something, especially knowing how important a relationship with the IGL and the coach should be.
let me be their coach. I
And
know, right?
after that argument, Malik wanted to go to
Don't
Starbucks,
generalize
so
the
he
same
said,
way
"Hey,
Evie
let's go
did
to
on
Starbucks." I don't want
Americans.
to talk.
Hold on, before the Starbucks, this is the part I wanted to hear. Uh, dude, Ryan, this is on Twitch. This is our job. I don't want people doing it in my Twitch chat where it's not allowed. If this guy did it, that's one thing, but I don't want it to do it here where, you know what I mean?
And after that argument, Malik wanted to go to Starbucks, so he said, "Hey, let's go to Starbucks." I don't want to talk about CS. I want to talk about life. I want to talk about you. And he's a total stranger for me, and I'm not on his wavelength of doing that. And I understand the intentions of having a healthy
Wait, they were
relationship,
in person when they argued too. Interesting. That's really weird to me.
and Malik being in a coaching role, and it's his job to do that. But for me, I'm not ready to move at that speed. I don't know Cirque. I don't know Breeze. It's my first time actually meeting them for real. And I believe that relationships need to be built organically, and especially with no history with anybody, that it needs to happen naturally and build over time. And it's going to come along the way, whether we win or lose. It's going to come along the way with the amount of times we spend with each other. So there's not really a point to rush things and try to get to know each other immediately. And that's just how I thought at the time. And afterwards, when he asked me to go to Starbucks, I felt very uncomfortable with the situation. I felt like I wasn't in the mood to go into a deep bonding session and just talk about my life. Um, I just
Okay, that
wasn't ready for
makes
that. I didn't know how to react. So starting off with that on the very first day of scrims, like it did put me in a very uncomfortable position. And
okay. Like I understand both their sides. It's Malik's job to get to know him. Stewie felt weird at how he worded it. If I was Malik and I was a coach and I'm asking Stewie to come hang out, I feel like if he didn't say he wanted to only talk about his life and shit, if he just said, "Hey Stewie, want to grab a cup of coffee?" Like it's like when you see a muscular dude in the gym and you go up to him, bro, "Hey man, your muscles are looking fucking nice, dude." Or like, "Hey bro, looking buff." You know what I mean? Like there's a difference. There's a difference. Like one of them you're hitting on him, the other one you're just complimenting him. Right? Like this it felt Stewie might have felt weird like, "Oh, I'm going to go talk about my life to this guy that I don't fucking know. Is he my fucking therapist?" You know what I mean? Or if he was like, "Hey bro, let's grab a cup of coffee, we go chill for a bit before prac." Like you don't have to, you know what I mean, dude.
it made me feel super awkward, made me feel tense. So a lot of that built up along the way.
British psychology, of
Um,
course, dude. Argument, therapy time next day. Yeah, right. Culture difference. I know, bro,
yeah,
but like,
but that's what happened on day two. And I understand
I
that
know, dude.
Malik reaching out about the Starbucks thing, it could be an attempt to like mend what happened, the situation. But for me, I just wanted to move on. I just wanted to ignore it. I wanted to
This was after they argued too, so Stu's like, "Fuck that shit."
move on to CS the next day, get back to what we're supposed to be talking about, and just move along, get away from that. Like that was it was so unnecessary to have that
They go smoke
have
some weed. Yeah.
happened. And the Starbucks thing put me in an uncomfortable position, and I didn't know how to react to it. And I felt like he was basically in the end. It just really made me feel like I was being watched 24/7. Like I had no room to breathe. Like someone's breathing down my neck, and I'm being watched on my every move. And kind of did feel that way. Like sometimes I can really tell that eyes are on me, even though nothing's happening. But yeah, that's just how I felt in the moment. Sorry, I'm gonna be ranting about a lot about whatever I'm talking about.
That's what like I don't think a lot of people are understanding. Like why it made him feel weird. Yeah,
I
culture
mean,
clash. Culture
I'm
clash.
just
Yeah,
literally
maybe. Yeah.
saying what I
What's up?
felt in the
Why don't you?
moment. Like I'm not
Immature
blaming
reaction.
him for that
Kind of the same way
situation. I'm
they're
just talking
passive
about
aggressive on
what
communication.
happened in the
They're
beginning, the first day of argument.
they're not trying to be dicks. How they talk. Yeah. Well, it's like in China too. I watched a few interviews with Chinese people and like how they talk, and it's like way more rude. But to them, it's not rude. That's just normal. You know.
That led it to the wrong foot, that it shouldn't have been an argument, that shouldn't have been a problem. But the key thing is Malik didn't feel
Dude, being emotionally caught off by that is what I mean about trauma shit. The whole eyes on me. It's not a symptom of life as a public. Not a symptom of life as a public person. Like fuck that. Must be so hard, dude. To be in Stewie's position is like so. I get a lot of messages. I stream every day, so obviously, like I probably get a decent amount of messages. I have my Discord where I openly respond to every. If you message me normally, I will respond to you most of the time, unless it's something that I don't like. Then I will fucking don't care. But Stewie's 5x, 10x, 20x as popular as me, even more than that. So I can't imagine everything he does is even more amplified. I also don't give a fuck about my like not my reputation, but like I say whatever the fuck I say how I feel.
involved. So the biggest thing between me and Malik and what happened is that Malik didn't feel involved, but I felt like that wasn't the case. So in the first week, in the very beginning, I thought it was important to
To a
get to know
degree,
my team
F tier
and
celebrity, yeah.
not being the server. And the first day, we already spoke a lot about what we wanted to do, our vision, and going into the
Yeah,
second
as
day,
usual, I
everyone's
see what you
hungry to
mean.
play the game, and
It's
we
not being
just
a
want to
pussy,
get in the
not talking to
server. We want to
someone.
get reps.
Yeah.
We want to play with each other, and I think it was important to
Yeah, my dad talks to me straight up culture clash. Yeah. I see what you
play
mean.
simple, have a default, and let the other team react and see how our teammates react, and just along the way in the very beginning, just build synchronization, build synergy, build chemistry, and let that develop first. And it became a little bit of a problem because of the impatience. I feel like Malik wanted to adopt the G2
Doing cute,
system
yeah.
into
7 to 10.
EG, and I wanted to bring pieces of Liquid into EG as well. And they are both good. They are both. I'm sure that we can put both pieces together, but at the same time, this isn't G2, nor is it Liquid. I don't have Elige. I don't have Nath. We don't have Nico. We don't have Hunter. And I thought it was important to let things flow in the beginning and let things build naturally so we can see people's natural instincts and let all those things develop, see natural reactions, how to play off each other, and talk to things and talk over the review after we play and just
Usually it takes at least a week or two before the first argument, guys. Like, usually it takes at least a week or two. Day 2, they were arguing. Holy shit.
see what people think, have their input, put it together, and then we can put the pieces together. But during this time, there's just like so much, man.
Yeah,
Like
day
there's
2,
just
they argued for 45 minutes about Stewie's attitude. And apparently he didn't even have a bad attitude that day. But
I don't even know. There's just like all right, let's see. Sorry, I'm losing my
Fallen
finger.
literally tweeted about Stewie saying really nice things. So, like, respect, Stewie. I hope you're fine and in peace. No one can ever deny how much work you put in. Have I ever seen you having flaws here and there like everyone on planet? Hell yeah. They can't say you give up, though, ever. So, like, obviously, it's not as bad as everyone's trying to make it between Stewie and Fallen.
Okay, so
Fallen follows you, yeah.
we wanted to take our time and develop that, and we tried telling Malik that that's what we wanted to do, and it's okay to just observe and let that develop. But Malik always, we never like shut down anything that he said during. Yeah, I don't feel like I ever shut down anything that he said. There are many things that he talks about. Like in the beginning of the day, how a day would run is Malik has his whiteboard. We all
Fallen in the VOD, chat
gather
typing die
around.
for me. Oh my god.
Undivided attention on
Apex
Malik.
is
We run
worse,
through
yeah.
30 minutes each day in the beginning about what he wants to talk about. Um, yeah, I'm running all over the place. I'm sorry, but we basically we wanted to just develop things in the beginning naturally, and then we can have talking points and build something and have a foundation to go off of and talk about what we want to improve. And a lot of things that Malik has brought up, everybody spoke on. It's valid, and we want to work on that. But there's a time and place where we have to get there first. Like we're not going to be able to do the strat that you want to do that you showed and everything if we don't have a default and we can't shut them down from fighting us. We can't get into the execution, and we
Yeah,
don't
Phenom,
have
100%.
the
Dude, I don't think
synchronization.
you guys realize, like, how old is Stewie, dude? Like, he's 24, man. Like, yeah, that's old enough to, like, understand all this shit, but he's still so young. Like, bro, I feel like people make mistakes and I don't
The
know,
keys
man.
and tools to get us to where we want to get to execute the strat. Like that was important to me, and I'm sure they all agree too. But we didn't run it through like that. For example, when Malik wanted to, let me gather my thoughts real quick.
Apex
Sorry,
roasting
guys.
Kyojin
There's
was
just
so
like so
unanimously
much. Like I'm
praised.
reading
I believe
this
I believe
and everything.
Stewie even talks about his grim part here, saying like,
Give me a second.
damn, Stewie only has 57 subscribers? What the fuck? Uh I thought he would have more even if he doesn't stream. But he literally said like he puts context into the roast pretty much. They were like asking him questions all about it and he
Nah, I
just answered
prepared
it.
before going live, but like the more I run through it, the more shit that pops through my head that I want to talk about, but I'm not going to talk about, and it's just leading my train of thought to the wrong ways. So I don't want to say the wrong stuff that I shouldn't say, and I just want to keep it
I wonder if
strictly about
EG
what
was
happened
watching this.
between me and Malik. But yeah. So at the time when we wanted to, get our reps, get to know each other, get used to each other,
I need
just
some
get to know
drama
each
in
other
my
inside the
life.
server, Malik was pretty impatient with letting that happen even over the first week. Malik's biggest thing was he felt like he wasn't utilized or involved, right? And an example is like Malik was stressed. An important topic that Malik stressed on was a second step in the round,
No, I don't
which
want
is
Brazilian
mid-round
fan
aggression,
drama.
right? So we all understand that mid-round aggression is super important. We all understand that it's needed. A team needs it, especially on the CT side.
Phenom better streamer. Okay, that's just wrong in general, dude. Much more tan. Phenom's pale as fuck. Better hair, true. Bigger cock. Oh, I've seen Phenom's dick. We're both equally small. He's got a really small one, just like me. It's fine. Saw Audie, Rush, Naff. Yeah, they're all watching it. Kind of doubt. Yeah.
And we have that. We have a lot of those second round, mid round aggressions, but it takes to a certain point to develop all those things. And by the time when we got there,
Oh my
we
god,
have,
Kimper.
for example, if the T's take
Dude,
top
I'm
mid
only better
control
than
on
Eric. Oh
Inferno,
my
Cirque
god.
likes to regress with the op. It's a good option. A lot of people do it. We do mid round aggression, Cirque does it, boom. He gets killed, he gets a kill, it goes
This
wrong,
part
it
was
goes
really
right.
weird to me.
Afterwards, Malik would have something to touch on and something to speak about. And we would speak, he would want to speak about the second step, but very generalized. He wants to talk about how it's important to have it, that we need it, and the list kind of goes on, but we already did do that in practice many times in scrims, and we have like footage of it, but it's never spoken about how like the specifics. It's not spoken about what happened to you, what could we have done better, like the options that we have, like what Sir could have done better
So
with his
I
second.
got really confused here because like Malik, he's saying that Malik just wants the mid round aggression but doesn't bring the actual mid round aggression, like set mid round aggression. Like even in like when I was in Premiere, we would have set mid round aggression stuff. Like we knew what to do in certain situations with like set, like if I said I'm aggressing Arch, my teammate knew what to do on Inferno, or like he's talking about it. Or like Marky would have a flash that would blind both sides, blah blah blah. You know what I mean? Like so it's confusing to think that I don't
Could have
understand
done better,
this.
how we could have went around it. It was more about the generalized
All I'm
topic,
saying is at his
and a
level, they
lot of
should
that
have that
happened
shit
a lot,
easily.
and it got to the point where I even told him that we do have that,
Yeah,
and we
Warden,
did
that's what
it
I mean.
in
Like he
this
should
scrim,
have set
and
specific
it's not
stuff.
touching about that specific moment or situation to get better on. It's just talk about the general topic, but we already have that. So in a way, I did feel like sometimes the time wasn't spent correctly, and I know that utilizing time is very important, and even Malik stresses that.
Weird, yeah.
And even at some point when he wanted to try a certain way of running things, like we hear what he has to run down, we listen to him, and he wanted to try having like a 13-minute, strictly 13 minutes on CT side and strictly 13 minutes on T side. And we only, in the beginning, we only had so much time to talk about, especially a brand new team, that 13 minutes wasn't enough. But
Wait,
we
what?
tried it. CT wasn't spent correctly. And I know that utilizing time is very important, and even Malik stresses that. And even at some point when he wanted to
Oh my
try
god,
a
Apostle,
certain way
maybe.
of running things, like we hear what he has to run down, we listen to him, and he wanted to try having like a 13-minute, strictly 13 minutes on CT side and strictly 13 minutes on T side. And we only, in the beginning, we only had so much time to talk about, especially a brand new team,
Wait, only
that 13
26
minutes
minutes
wasn't
of server
enough.
time?
But we tried it, and the next day we even went to him and said, hey, like we want more server time. We want to get in the server. We want to just talk about whatever. We want to just get to know our site mates, talk about what we can do better, and all that good stuff. But I think in a way, Malik probably think I shut him down.
Bro, you know how hard it is to go over a CT side in 13 minutes? It's too great. The problem is he doesn't have time in the CSGO ecosystem and culture. What the fuck is this dude? Weirdest part to me is how he checks out and doesn't care in turning after. Yeah. I guess he got mad at his teammates, dude. Yeah. Alex strats are sent around Nico get kill. Maybe they have set plays, but saying Malik isn't contributing to improve the failed set plays. Yeah.
When I told him that we have this,
Dude, 13 minutes is
and it's
nothing,
more about
guys.
speaking on specifics and not about just a general topic of having,
If you're going over, okay, imagine a map like Inferno, which is probably one of the. Actually, we'll do a more basic. Actually, they're all not basic. What map, dude? Let's think about it. Let's do Inferno. If you're a B player, you have to think about how to take banana. Then what if they take banana? Then you can fight car. Then you can fight corner, and then you could fight the actual execute. You need setups for sight. You need setups for car. You need setups for taking banana. You need to your A players need to know how to support you banana. Like, can you do all that in 13 minutes? Maybe if you have 5 practice days. Like, there's so much more to go over. Oh, if they execute, how are we gonna react? If we both have mollies, is a spawn guy like? There's so much like. I mean, you could communicate all this stuff, but like you could go over all this stuff in server to make it easier. I don't understand how you could do that in 10, 15 minutes.
trade potential, or having like a mid-round aggression, or like having the final step in the round and how to finish. Like, we all understand that it's important to have that. We all understand that we need that, but it's about the options and how and what to do and the specifics on that.
Spend more
And
time alone in the server with my friends who don't
at a
even play
certain point,
CS.
we didn't get a lot of that, but yeah, that's just like one of the examples. And yeah,
Why do they need Malik to spend time in the server together? They don't, but if you're a coach of a team, why would you not be there? Your literal job as a coach is to, I would say, one, to be a motivator, diffuse argument type of guy. Like, then number two, to bring strategies and game plans to the team. Number three, probably counter strat other teams, watch demos with your players and stuff. Your whole job is to be there. And as a coach, you can't. Bam!
dude, I hate
Woody,
going
thank you for the
over all this
prime.
stuff, man.
A coach should be a guy who diffuses arguments.
You understand that, but still didn't do it in officials, bro.
And do it
I can pull
officials.
up so many games where we did mid-round aggression, but you guys can take however what I want to say, however you guys want. But I'm just giving you guys an example. But as time went on, like after the incidents that happened, that it kind of made me feel uncomfortable, and it made me feel like I didn't have like really a lot of room to like breathe even. I feel like Malik probably took a lot of things that happened that I went out of my way to do it intentionally and on purpose, and he might have took it the wrong way when that wasn't the case.
I don't know how he's trying to
For
be too
instance,
nice
like
when they
after,
argued on day 2 for 45 minutes.
let me think about an example that I can
Come
give.
across as if they failed because they didn't spend time just because he wasn't in the
So
server.
a lot of times that when
Oh.
Malik feels like he's not involved, for instance, when we played our first match and after the match, I pulled up the VOD and I just started watching the game. And it was not planned. Nothing was organized. Nothing, anything. After the game, I just wanted to rewatch what we did good, what we did bad, and I went through the VOD. And Tim would start coming. He would start watching with me. He would give me. We would just watch highlights. We would watch what we did good, and everyone started coming around me. Cirque, Vince, Will. Everyone started coming around me, and we just started watching the game. And we watched the entire game, and anyone was welcome to join. And afterwards, I find out that I heard Malik felt like he was left out. And
My opinion on this is if it's not cultural differences between how they are, uh, I honestly think the coaches are a little socially awkward. I think Stewie's not the best at confrontation, and uh, I think they both had their faults, but he just aired it out in public, like, which doesn't make sense to me. But I don't know, man. It's fucking stupid in my opinion. Like every team has its problems, bro. If I were to talk about like my old teams and shit, there's so much shit I could come up with that would be like, holy fuck, these players are such assholes, weird motherfuckers. But like, I'm sure if someone were to talk about me, I was on a team with for 2 years with my teammates. They could probably like find times where I was a fucking dickhead too, man.
that he wasn't involved, but I didn't intentionally try to make him feel like not involved or excluded him. He was very welcome to come, interject, say what he wants to say, and
A lot,
have
probably.
his
Oh
two
my
cents on the
god.
situation as well.
I'm pretty level
But
headed
I
teammate.
did not
Fire.
plan
No
anything
nerves
like
perfect. They
that
have some kind of
to
social
go out
issue.
of my way to exclude
Yeah,
him
maybe.
or do anything malicious like that. But just having him have this feeling.
The only people I really argued with, there's only like four people, maybe three. Freak. I argued with Marky because Marky's a dumbass, and I argued with Zelsis. But Zelsis and I argued it was productive. I never argued with Vanity. Vanity was hard to argue with in a different way. Vanity's a really nice guy, but you couldn't. I mean, it's not like arguing. But what happened with Vanity is every time we would fuck up, we would always like fix the mistake the next day or like later on. Like we never didn't get along. Vanity was good. But Ryan and Vanity did not get along at all, and they hate. I'm pretty sure Vanity hates Ryan. I think. I don't remember. Me and Vanity get along though.
And having me worried about that, like it's a little tough, you know, like I want to be focused on just the game and solely the game and not having to, you know, deal with something like that like early on, and
I
it
think
would be
Malik had
brought to my
major language
conscious
barrier, and I
a
think
lot
Stu still
about it.
tries to play.
And like even
I don't
another
know.
thing
I'm not
is
sure honestly.
it's like so pity to even talk about, but like one day Malik sent me a friend request on Steam
This is the funniest
and
part.
I didn't check and I didn't accept it, nor did I decline it. And the manager, Matt, told me that he might have felt a type of way because I didn't accept his friend request like yesterday. And it wasn't even brought to my attention that he added me or anything like that. Like I didn't know. I didn't know anything. And for him to feel a certain way about it like that, like
Where he went to
I
the
don't know how to
manager.
put it into words.
He literally went to the manager. Manager, Stewie didn't accept my friend request. Holy fucking
It's like
shit.
how
This is so weird to me. Like, why did Malik just go, yo, Stu, I fucking added you on Steam? Like, dude.
I could handle that, you know, like being so
What's up,
conscious
Johnny?
about like what I'm doing that can affect Malik to feel this way when it's not my intention about it.
Dude,
And
do you realize how many friend requests Stewie probably gets? So many. Like, I don't even check my friend requests anymore. I literally go on my Steam and deny a bulk of friend requests. He probably gets 10 times as many.
so many things just went south. Like there's so much that we can touch on, so much that we can talk about. Like this doesn't help anybody.
Dude, I don't even think being on friends on Steam even matters. Like, if you want to contact me, just
Just
Twitter
give me
DM
a
me.
breather, guys.
Obviously, it matters for them.
I
Like,
knew this
he
was happening.
should.
I knew I would go over this article
like,
and I'm gonna be ranting about other shit.
TLDR, I just got here. He's adding Stewie for a TLDR.
It's okay, man. Let it out. Thanks, bro. Yeah.
Don't you exchange numbers at the beginning? Yeah, you have a fucking WhatsApp group. Or whatever. Or a
But
Steam
yeah, that's
group
like
or a
the
WhatsApp
whole.
group. Everywhere you can contact each other.
That was like a big. That was like a big disconnect in terms of what we wanted to do with the team in the beginning, the first week. Like I thought it
Dude,
was
just hire
important to
me. I'll
develop
coach, man. I'll be a
the
good
natural
coach.
instincts and
You're watching any guys watching this at
you know
EG?
build
I'll
chemistry,
fucking coach
synergy,
EG, dude.
and all that good stuff as a team, just to see what I have to work with,
Imagine
how
someone's
Zerk
playing that.
reacts,
Get up
how
out of your
Lux
chair.
reacts,
Let me play.
and get everyone on the
Get up
same
out of your
page when we
chair.
see those reactions, when we see what we could have done better. And I think in the very beginning,
No one wants a
Malik
bald
wanted
coach?
to
What about
adopt the
XQTZ?
G2 system right away, and I feel like it's not as easy as it sounds, just because I'm sure he has a lot of good experience, and he did
Robin bald too?
with the stuff that he has to bring from
Don't you even know
G2.
how to play
But we
CSGO? My
can't just
god.
slot in the G2 system with this 5 because we're not G2. We're not
You're doing it
Liquid.
all wrong. Let me
And
do
we're
it. Let
EG.
me
We need to
coach. Oh
find
my
ourselves
god,
first.
bro.
And I don't think yeah, it's just like so much shit happened when that disconnect happened where we went different ways and everyone was taking stuff the wrong way. For example, Malik like thinking I had those like intentions towards him.
Guys, this is just French scene drama clashing with NA scene drama. It's typical. You can't mix and match the two most drama filled scenes and put them together. You just can't do it.
At that time. Like right now, we talked about everything, and I'll get there with Malik. But yeah, okay, fuck it, let's go on. Okay, so this part is just an opinion. He's entitled to his
Smile.
own opinion.
Oh
And
wait,
being able to bo-
this is another weird thing though.